Good morning. It is Monday, October 12th. Even though it's rather dark, it's already 8:17. I missed my alarm this morning. Didn't miss it, I actively ignored it. An act that I have committed more times than not this year, 2020. One that I beat myself up on about quite frequently. Even though this year is like the craziest year ever. And I know conceptually that it's important that I give myself compassion during this time. What's happening, you ask? Oh, well, it's 2020, which will go down in history as the year of the great coronavirus pandemic. Also known as the year that hopefully the world realized just how brainwashed most of us are. And how we're just going about health and the economy and how we approach life in our Newtonian sense, just all wrong. I'm trying to embrace this idea that even though the way we're going about things doesn't feel like the right way, that it's the most helpful way, that it's the way that's going to lead to our evolution, that it's necessary, that we could all wake up in just a blink of an eye. I'm not saying I'm awake. Sometimes I feel like I'm awake and other people are asleep, and that I'm right and other people are wrong. I feel that way quite often, actually. I think it's a way of giving myself value, a way of seeing myself, someone who grew up feeling not very seen. A sense of certainty, safety, security. I'm not gonna lie, this is really hard for me to do this video version of this journal instead of writing. I looked today to see what day this would be, and I have been journaling now for 2 years, and this would be day 354. Almost 3 years. And I've been writing every single day. And not sitting down with pen and paper to just spill it all out has been very odd. And doing it this way doesn't feel natural. I love writing. And I'm not writing in any other outlet. I'm not writing for my business yet. I miss pouring myself out in that way. Even though I know that this is very beneficial, and like I mentioned in my first entry, that this will hopefully make me more comfortable speaking in front of the camera in my business, in my life, communicating. I know we as humans get most of our information through tone of voice, through facial expression and body language. And that writing really limits us in that way. Still, I won't lie that pen to paper is very therapeutic to me. Specifically the physical act of having pen on paper. And so I know I want to find room for that somewhere. Whether that's notes about what I'm reading or a gratitude list or something, but I need pen to paper in the morning especially. feels like I need it. I'm addicted to it, I think. So I'm feeling like, what do I do? It's the morning. I feel out of whack. It's a new week. It's Monday. Mondays, I'm always putting pressure on myself to start the week off right, get off on a good foot. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I like making fun of myself. I'm used to making fun of myself, at least when I speak. And in my head, I guess. Last night I drove around and got some shitty food. After I visited with my grandma. She was wearing a purple sweater. We had a few laughs. I'm trying to remember some of the funny things she said. She is always has something funny to say. I've noticed I had to sit with her and let her get out whatever complaints that she has. Of course she's gonna have complaints. She's in solitary confinement. She wants to go to church. But let her get out those complaints, and then she's able to be there and be herself. And Landmark was a personal and professional development course that I used to be very involved in. In Landmark, we used to do something at the beginning of any meeting called a clearing, where we would do just that, let out anything that feels like it's blocking us or in our way of expressing what we want to express. And I think that there's something to that. I think that's what these journal entries are for me. They're a clearing for me to dump, get everything out, so I can go on with my day without it tumbling around in my head. So using these videos, using my written journal as a way to hand that over. So after my grandma's, I went and got Trader Joe's. There were these little pumpkin petit fours, these little cakes with mousse, and then they're shaped like pumpkins since it's almost Halloween. I love Halloween. And these fruity gummies that are so soft and juicy. They're covered with sugar. And I also had Chipotle. No chicken this time. I just had beans and rice. And it felt good. I ate them and enjoyed my flavors and watched a few inspiring things. I watched Beyonce's Homecoming on Netflix, which I've seen before. I love Beyonce. She inspires me. And I watched a little Matt Kahn. He fell asleep to Matt Kahn, actually. It's my little cat sleeping beside me. I missed him so much. I listened to some podcasts I haven't been listening to since I've been away. Bliss and Grit is my favorite. And I was listening to a couple different people. I don't remember the first lady, but she talks about neuroplasticity and her method of something called neurosculpting. And there's something about her and how she speaks and her approach that I really resonate with. This combination of spirituality and science, and this kind of no bullshit kind of approach that I appreciate. I think I want to take her course at some point. I want to take so many courses. I want to take Reiki. I want to learn sound healing. I want to be a doula. The only thing holding me back right now, I think, are my finances. I just want to feel laser focused on something, you know? I'm getting emotional because I feel like I've been pulled all these different directions, and it's wastes my energy. It feels exhausting. It's not wasting my energy, but I feel a little lost, like my sister did when we were driving. Like, or lost in the woods. As if I didn't have the tools to get out. As if there was anywhere really to get to. But I want to know what it feels like just to be focused again. And I want that focus to be my business. I want to feel successful in my career. I want to feel like I can trust myself. I want to feel like I can live in abundance and not feel lack and be afraid of how am I going to pay something. I've never known in my life what it really felt like to have financial security. Never. It's hard for me to wrap my brain around it. It's hard for me to trust that it'll ever happen for me. It feels like a pipe dream. I feel like I'm kidding myself every time I do make a plan for it. I'm going to try to see the abundance all around me, to trust that there is something different that's possible for me in the future. To actively understand that I'm putting my past in front of me over and over again. That's very human of me, and that's okay. And when I'm ready to create space for something new when it's time, it will happen. That it will take effort on my part, but it's also going to take more than anything else, trust. Trust that I can build. Trust that can happen in an instant if I let it. In order to feel that trust, I know I need to feel safe. So, to feel safe, I need to feel like my needs are being met. What do I need to feel safe? I think right now what I need is just to be in action. One foot in front of the other. Not belaboring each step with mental gymnastics. And when I do, just holding space for that. Getting curious about what that's doing for me. What's that? What need is that meeting? That is mental gymnastics. That need for something familiar and safe. How else can I feel safe? Breathing. Being in nature. Praying, meditating, journaling. Making a clearing for myself, just like I am right now. Let's go out and do it, see what happens.